but the devices, it's done so much, besides the hearing, I get my annual physical and, probably, I don't know, it's been about 4 or 5 months, no, about March when I got my device. I wore it, and then lo and behold, I got my blood test. I think I had it for maybe a month, maybe it was April. Got my blood test, and it came back, and I'm 66, so it came back, and I had really fabulous blood work. All my levels were good.
Hey, Michael, thanks so much for coming to spend some time with me today.
Thank you, Tracy. Thanks for the invite, and I look forward to it.
Me too. I look forward to hearing your story. So can you start off by telling the listeners a little bit about how you were feeling prior to coming to QHS?
Well, I've had I had problems with my hearing. I'm profoundly deaf in my left ear, and that's through testing. I've been to an audiologist. I've had various testing done in my left ear, and we're trying to figure out why I've had this problem. It's been tricky because it's interfered with my life in business. I would go to a restaurant and have a business meeting, and I would end up getting a headache if there's background noise going behind me, or I'm trying to follow a conversation. It can be pretty brutal at times, and I would end up with almost this migraine, and it scared me. It scared me at first because I thought maybe I had a brain tumor or something, and that's been ruled out. I've had MRIs, and I remember the a couple of times when I was on the road a lot coming back from Texas. I would go to Texas and come back, and I used a cell phone, and my ear got hot a couple of times. My left ear got hot a couple of times and hurt. But I would say probably over the last 5 or 6 years, it's gotten to the point where it is today. And sometimes I end up with a little vertigo. I end up with just slight headaches, and sometimes those headaches, if I have to follow a conversation or if I've got music going, conversation going, I can get lost in it, and it's interfered with my personal life and my business life, Tracy. So and then my brain would get like fatigued, and so I just would like to, and so I was excited about QHS. And then I have the black device. I've had it since March. And
Of this year?
Yeah,
This
March of
March.
2023.
Okay. And
And
what'd you notice first?
well, what I've noticed is that it's not as bad. There are times it's, my hearing, it feels like it's almost normal. And but it's not all the time. Sometimes I wake up and oh my God, I wish I could feel like this every day, and because I deal with customers and I'm on the phone a lot, and I do conference calls. The hearing problem can get in the way because I can get overwhelmed with it. So the device has helped me. It's helped me with my sleep. I was taking trazodone there for a while. It's kind of an antidepressant sleep aid. People use it for sleep aid too, and I was taking 50 milligrams a night, and then I'm completely off of that. Been off of that for a couple of months now, and right at a couple of months. But I'm sleeping better. I'm getting the REM sleep. I was missing out on that. So I'm optimistic, because I know that I'm going to be able to, I'm going to be able to heal myself with the help of the device. It's certainly helping, and I'm looking forward to the white device soon. But I know that I'm on my way, and because I didn't know what I was going to do, and like I had I've got a hearing test scheduled. I have a hearing aid. They gave me a hearing aid to wear in my left ear. Sometimes it's okay, and sometimes it's not. And so I'm going to go for an adjustment in that next week, and I'll see how that goes. But I look forward to not having the problem anymore, Tracy, because it's been a problem. But I'll tell you, the black device. When I got the black device, I I was a biofeedback practitioner in my past, and I did some counseling work, marriage and family work in the past. And so I was used to work. I have a spooky 2 equipment, and I'm familiar. I know frequency, and I know that you can heal yourself, and I know that, with a little help, I know that I'm on my way with the Q arc. Eventually, I'll go through there, and that will heal. I just know it. It's gonna resolve that problem for me, Tracy. But
I
I'll
know
tell you
it's
that the device has been fabulous.
so with just the black device,
Yeah.
if you said like scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the worst that you were, what number would you say you are now?
Right now, I'm probably a 5,
Nice.
about
So
50%. Sometimes I'm about 80%, and it comes and goes. And I know it probably sounds a little crazy, but it's a challenge because, if I know how I'm going to be when I wake up in the morning, because my brain has to rest from all the activity. I have to have a clearing, if you will, with my brain. And so I wake up, and if my brain is tired, then I take it easy during the day. But the devices, it's done so much, besides the hearing, I get my annual physical, and probably, I don't know, it's been about 4 or 5 months, no, about March when I got my device. I wore it, and then lo and behold, I got my blood test. I think I had it for maybe a month, maybe it was April. Got my blood test, and it came back, and I'm 66, so it came back, and I had really fabulous blood work. All my levels were good. Cholesterol, PSA, my PSA was like 0.9, and I had energy. My adrenals were feeling pretty good, and I felt like that had to be the device. My diet's not bad, so I don't eat a lot. I eat some meat, but I watch eating meat. I have my protein drink that I drink in the morning. Garden of Life, they were friends of mine, so I have a really fabulous drink that I drink every morning. That's full of all the goodies, all the greens, and probiotics in there. So I take that every morning, and but I feel like, and I exercise. I exercise 3 4 times a week. I lift weights. I'm not walking as much as I need to walk, but I'm headed that way. I'm going to be doing that pretty soon, and but I'm just optimistic, with hopeful. It's more than hopeful. I know that you guys, that QHS is divinely guided, and we all find each other. And I feel like this is the time that QHS is going to shine. And I want to be. I'm with you guys, and if I'm not there physically, I'm there in spirit. I'm impressed with the staff. I'm impressed with everybody. Dr. A is wonderful. I've listened to him. Cynthia, I just love my fellow Texan, though I care, I care about it. I know there's been some challenges, but you guys are just amazing to be where you are, kind of as a startup to be where you are. It's like unbelievable. So anyway,
yeah,
I'm glad to be here. Glad to be
it's
part of the journey with you guys.
well, we're happy to have you. It's nice to have really supportive members because
Yeah.
you're right. A lot of stuff is stressful behind the scenes. And,
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to be in Cynthia's shoes at times,
Yeah.
but I do also have that inner knowing that we're going to get to the other side of this
Yeah.
sooner rather than later. So that brings us to the Q art question, the
Yeah.
healthy 30-year-old
Yes.
body that Michael's gonna enjoy.
Yes, ma'am.
Yet you have decades of wisdom to apply to it. What excites you about that?
Oh, I think getting my energy level back, the hearing, resolved. I'm pretty intelligent anyway, but to have all my mental, I feel like I'm missing some, like to get that back. Uh, like to have, but it's like the energy, feeling younger, looking younger. Uh, just uh, uh, I've got a missing gallbladder. I'd like to see what happens there. So there's some things that some things that are MIA and me, that I'm thinking that are going to be resolved. I've got a hiatal hernia. I'm hoping it'll get, that will be resolved, not in because I was looking at doing surgery with that years ago, but I chose not to do that, control it with diet. But so I'm looking for perfect health. I'm just
And then
looking.
what are you going to do with it? Once it's here, what are you going to do?
Well, I have humanitarian projects, Tracy. I have some projects I'm involved with, and I'll have the energy to do those, and I've always been one of those high driven people, achievers, pretty well schooled. I look forward to, actually going back to school. Can you believe this? I'm thinking about going back to school and doing distance learning, doing it distance, getting my master's degree. I'd like to do that, and so I'll have the everything to go do that with,
What are
the
you going to
energy, the
study?
brains. Yeah.
What are you going to study, Michael?
Well, I'm thinking, I like naturopathic. I may go back and do a naturopathic program. I look at that, I in the past I had a chronic pain rehab center in the late 80s and 90s, and I was probably one of the first under one roof. I had everything. I had a physical therapist, I had aquatics, I had we did group therapy, I did the biofeedback therapy, I had an osteopath working for me, I had a chiropractor working together. We did testing, we did psychological stuff, neuropsych evaluate. We did all that. One of the first, East Dallas Pain Management Center. So I've always been attracted to, alternative, alternative wellness kind of programs. And so I'd like to go back to school and pursue something in that area, and that's my plans. So there's some good programs out there. I don't really think I want to go to a university and spend 4 years or whatever in a. I like to do it distance, and do my projects. I have a couple of projects, and you guys are, I know Cynthia is waiting for certain things to happen. QHS is working, and me too. I've got some, I'm part of a group, and we've got some programs that we're waiting to be able to fund. But that's not the only thing. I have some funding sources that I'm looking to hook up with. I do have a project, and we're doing a project with Toby Keith in Oklahoma. I'm part of a team, and we're doing a THC project there. We're making pre-rolls and some goodies in Oklahoma, in the Oklahoma City area. And we contracted with Toby Keith's team to market his brand there, and so I'm part of that. And I have a natural products company. I have a detox line. I've been in that for many years. I've got masterdetox.com, sedonasupplements.com. So I have humic fulvic and zeolite, and I have an O2 product similar to Cell Food. And so I used to go to the trade shows and be involved with the health food, in the health food stores nationwide and up in Canada. That was years ago. So now I just have a small business, and I do some consulting work. I'm kind of doing a lot of different things, but I would like to focus on getting back to having more energy, clearing up some problems that I've got with my hearing and my thinking and my energy levels, and be able to see what I can do, with all of that.
You're going to be busy.
I'm already like, it's been this way for years. And my partner, Kathleen, we've been partners in the natural products industry, and she's also part of the QHS. She's one of the members. And then my girlfriend, Cher, she's with me on this journey, but I'm slowing down a little bit, but not too much, Tracy. But I'd like to, it's about having quality of life, having that quality of life, not so much quantity, so.
Absolutely. That's awesome. I'm excited to see you after the QR and hear from you. Will you come back and do a post video part 2?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Awesome.
Absolutely. Love you guys. Thank you.
Well, we love our members. We love you too. So what would you like to say in closing, Michael?
Well, I'd like to say that, you know, we found each other. I was directed your way, kind of an inner knowing, and then hooking up with some Kayla, on Scott Mallory's call. And Kayla mentioned you guys, and then I got interested, and then I just knew, I just intuited that it was the right path, the right choice for me. And then I look up and I look and I go, oh my God, I'm part of this incredible journey with QHS, and the future is so bright. And even though it's kind of dark out there at times right now, I just love, we're going to get through that. And you guys, Dr. A, you guys are just fabulous, and you've got a wonderful technology and more coming. And I just look forward to being part of that experience. That's what I
Yeah.
have to say. Thank you.
Well, we need everyone because we have a big job to do, and many hands make light work. So
Thank
happy
you.
to have you on board, Michael.
Thank you, Tracy.
All right, my darling. Well, thank you so much for coming to hang out with me, and I look forward to next time.
You betcha. Thank you for the talk. We'll talk to you later. Thank
Okay,
you.
dear one. Have a
Bye-bye.
beautiful day.
You
Bye for
too.
now.
Bye-bye.
Thank you for making this QHS project fly. This valorous admin team, thank you. The Key community welcomes you. Thank you for making your home QHS healthy and happy. Thank you for helping us place QH centers all around the world. Together, hand in hand, we make miracles happen. QuantumHealingSystems.org. Thank you.